How's it going, everyone? Sinister here of the gamer section, bringing you another review. And on today's game is Mask of Mist, and this game is available on all systems. The copy I'm reviewing is for the Xbox One, so gonna go ahead and dig into everything, from the story down to the gameplay and the score at the end. So let's begin, shall we? And first off, with the story, basically you're a mercenary sent out to a task to find an art mage that's disappeared a long time ago. And you're up against these monsters called the Abyss, so it's up to you to take out these monsters and find the missing archmage. And by doing that, you have to activate these crystals. So I'll go explain more of that in the gameplay. So, but first off, I'm gonna start with the graphics. I mean, graphically, the game looks beautiful. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's very detailed, from the creatures to like the plant area, etc., etc. However, it looks, of course, it's smooth and 60 frames per second. So I mean, that's even nice. Like even those who are playing it on PC or Xbox or PS4. I mean, graphically and the resolution's it's on high res. So I mean, it's just up to the developers of this game. So I'll go ahead and move to the gameplay. I mean, since this game, is more of a puzzle and it takes place in first person. I mean, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of backtracking back and forth. So I mean, that's hence what it is. There's very little action, and there's like, the abyss creatures that you're fighting. I know one of them looks like like one of those ghosts from Pac-Man, one of the long lost cousins. Because basically all it does is chomp at you, and they're really quick for their size. But you can dispatch them really quick. I mean, what the weapons that you find along the way. I mean, you'll pick up swords, you pick up a gun. However, be careful with the gun. It has very limited ammo, so use it wisely. But the sword, you're fine. You're basically using that thing the most. There's another creature, that pops up out of the ground. It spits like this purple goo, and it slows your movements down. But I mean, after you know its pattern, I mean, it's easy to dispatch. And of course, there's these dungeons, you have to go through. Like once you go to these set dungeons, there's, like I said, more puzzles along the way. But once you get all the items at the end, of course your chest back to the activate a crystal. Because like I said, those crystals are key to finding the archmage, because there's 6 of them. And once you get all 6, then you're straight up to the end. But basically my main gripe about this game is just the stories. Like, I mean, yeah, you open the opening cutscene to start the game up, but the narrative is kind of shady there, in my opinion. But basically, the gameplay itself, like for those who love puzzles and backtracking, this game is definitely for you. So I'm gonna get down to the score. I give this game a 3.5 out of 5. And like I said, I mean, I give its props to the high res graphics, the 60 frames per second. The gameplay, it's good in some places, but you're doing a bunch of endless backtracking, kind of hampering the experience. And for those who don't have the patience for it, this game is definitely not for you. So tell me what you think. Just leave your comments down below. This is Sinister. Be easy.